Hello, everyone. Hi, my whole and healthy kitchen family. I hope you can see me and hear me okay. So as you can see from above, I'm going to be showing you how to make hummus today. And this is one of like my most favorite things on the planet, so this makes me really happy. I realized I could probably put this here. I had this burner on earlier, like a few minutes ago, but I wasn't sure if you can see me. So it might be okay for now until we get like comments going and stuff, but we'll do the best as we go along. So for hummus, you guys, I break it up into two sections, okay? One of them is on the stove and one of them is over there in the blender. So we'll start here first. So I'm gonna take the lid off and then start talking about it, okay? So I put this in about 15 minutes ago. It's 11:30, I put this in at about 11:15. Do you see that in there? You see all the steam, I'm sure. Okay, so what I put in this pot is a big can of organic chickpeas. This is the brand that I really love. Okay, it's the Eden brand. So I poured that whole one in there. It's 28 fluid ounces of chickpeas. And then what I also did is I took 2 big chunks of garlic. Now these are the garlics that I got from the farmer's market, so they're bigger than normal. Sometimes I'll put like 4 littler cloves of garlic. And then I put half of a big onion. So this is like an organic onion. I put half of that in there. And then I put about like 2 pinches, sometimes 3 pinches of my Himalayan salt, because the salt in this just like is amazing when it sits and cooks and just like marinates into the amazingness of the chickpeas. And then the other thing that I put in here is the cumin. So I've got some organic cumin. I put that in there. It's about like half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. And then I literally let this all like cook down until the onions like mush, until the garlic's like mush. So yeah, it's about like 15-20 minutes. I literally put it in here, I let it simmer, and that's it. I missed the most important thing: olive oil. Okay, olive oil is also like another, I use it in everything. The thing about olive oil is it's really high in vitamin E, and I've been asked recently like my favorite oils, and I use coconut oil a lot, but it's also high in saturated fats. Olive oil is another like top favorite of mine. This would probably be my go-to, and it's definitely my go-to for things like hummus. It just makes it like extra creamy and then doesn't have the added coconut flavor that's not necessary. So olive oil all the way, organic if you can, extra virgin is fantastic. Oh yeah. So when I poured the olive oil in, I didn't measure it. Okay, but what I did is I poured it so it's just below the chickpeas. So I want to say it's about like half a cup, maybe like 3/4 of a cup. But I'm going to put like this full-on recipe for you in the comments below so that you can check it out and do it on your own time. I also have a few other variations in there, like a beet hummus, which is like, oh my God, like the best also for like Christmas, like if you're putting out stuff because it's red and it's beautiful. So let me just mention a few things about these chickpeas before I bring them over there and show you the second half. Like this is super fast. This isn't going to be a long video, right? But the thing with chickpeas that are so amazing is they're super high in protein, super high in fiber, super high in iron, super high in B6, super high in folate, like potassium, all these amazing things. But then it also has your garlic, which is like an antifungal, it's an antibacterial. There's so much goodness in here. So even though you might be like, whoa, like that's a lot of like olive oil, it's healthy, good fats that your body needs, okay? And I know for me specifically as well, I'm doing intermittent fasting right now, right? And so I want to get my calories in during the day, and this helps me do that. Plus, you serve this alongside your raw fruits and vegetables. Hello, amazing. And then we also do like our pita chips, right? Which is something that we love to have in here as well. So those are just like little side notes. And also, before I take you over there and blend it, something that is really cool about hummus is you don't have to just use it as a dip, okay, which we do all the time, especially in the summer. We take it to parks anytime people are coming over. It's amazing just to lay out and have people serve themselves. Always get comments. I've been asked so many times about this. And this is actually not even mine. I didn't make this up. This was inspired to me by a dear friend, Brenda, who has a cafe in Shelburne. So shout out to Holistic Cravings if you guys are ever in that area, because, I've kind of put my own spin on it, but this came from her, so I want to give her credit. But so you could also use hummus for pizzas, you guys, like the sauce on the pizza. The best ever. It's like my favorite pizza ever. So I literally will take like little mini naan breads or make my own pizza crust or use cauliflower crust and then put hummus on top instead of the tomato sauce. ridiculous, right? So good. Then we also use this on sandwiches, like all of my vegetable sandwiches that are like packed with like veggies and like all my spreaded grain bread. Put hummus instead of like mayonnaise or like mustard or like something like that. Amazing. Also put it in your wraps and make these amazing quinoa wraps, and you put like hummus in there. Ridiculous, you guys. Like there's so many options. It's so very versatile. You can even put it on burgers. I put it on burgers before, homemade burgers, whether it's like turkey burgers or veggie burgers or even just like burgers from the store. Do it. Oh, and then another thing that I use this for is sometimes I will mix some water into it, add a little bit more lemon. Sometimes at that point I might add like a little bit of maple syrup, spin it, and then you got like a salad dressing. Like, I can't even tell you how versatile this is. So I try and make really big batches. The 20 ounce is pretty good. We're going to take this to the park today, but sometimes I like to double it, but it's super easy. So that's my Ella in the background. She loves this too, by the way. It'll get her to eat all her raw vegetables, which is fun. So you guys, if you have any questions about this, let me know. Hello, anybody who's popped in, you guys. Did you know, which is really interesting, is that this is like, I think, the first actual live video on Whole and Healthy Kitchen page. Normally I do this on my Brittany page, and I've done some constantly on like my intermittent fasting page, but like here we are, and I was just inspired to do this today on this page, so I'm excited. So you guys, I'm going to take you with me to the other side of my kitchen and I'm going to show you how to blend this up. So that's one thing about hummus, is that you need a high-powered blender. I used to have like a regular blender or try to use my like immersion blender. No, it doesn't work. Highly don't recommend that because you're either going to break your blender or your immersion blender, which I've done both. Really not a good idea. So it's really worth getting like a high-powered blender. Let me see. Especially if you're going to be making more like vegan, vegetarian, healthy options. Like my blender is like my lifesaver. This is also a gift from my friend Rebecca, so shout out to you too. Honestly, you guys, cooking in the kitchen is teamwork. I couldn't do this without my husband who does the dishes. I couldn't do this without my daughter who is like a helpful contributor. I actually just posted about her helping wash the dishes too lately. And all my friends, like this is a team effort. It's a community that helps do this stuff. So I'm going to try and be as slow and mindful as possible. I really don't want to get like oil on my white shirt. So I'm going to try and go like this. So I'm just going to literally pour everything from the oil to the onions, pouring it all into my blender. So it's all in there. And then I'll show you the last few things that I get to put in here. So super easy. So, hi guys, welcome anybody who's popping in. Okay, so I'll bring these over here. Do you guys know what this is? It's not normally the brand I get, but it's the only one I could find at the store by me right now. This is tahini. It's literally ground up sesame seeds. So it's just added deliciousness. And then what else? And then lemon, which is like, if you ever feel like your food is lacking in flavor and you want to have it taste just like a little bit better and a little bit like, that's delicious, add lemon. I'm telling you, or like a little apple cider vinegar, but something that has like an acidity that just allows the taste buds to really open up and the flavor just becomes the bomb. And then let me show you what I do to like not get the seeds. Good morning, Sandra. Good to see you. Happy fasting. You're probably almost done soon. I'll show you what I do with lemon to help not get the seeds and what I want. And obviously I washed my hands like a doctor, right? So I take the lemon and I squeeze it into my hand so that my hand catches all the seeds, you know? And then I don't have to like, you know, worry about getting the seeds in there or picking them out with a spoon or whatever. So I just kind of like let the lemon fall through my fingertips. And I think all I'm gonna do right now is like half a lemon. You don't need too much lemon in this, but I love lemon so much. Okay, so do that. Put that in there. And another tip in the kitchen is to always have your towels really close by. So I always have one for my hands, and that generally hangs on my stove or hangs right here. And then I also generally have another one for my table. So I like clean as I go, right? So that's just, you know, little tips. Oh, a few more hours yet. Yeah, you're right. You're before me. I'm sorry. I have my bone broth sitting right here waiting for me to have a sip when I'm done. Keep going. I'm almost done mine. I have like 20 minutes until noon. And then family's coming together, and funny enough, you guys, we're going to like a rib fest with my family, but that's like my dad's favorite thing in the whole wide world. So I mean, I just love seeing him have fun, and like Ella has fun. There's lots of rides and stuff. So I'm literally bringing hummus and vegetables and like homemade like gluten-free pancakes and fruits, and I'm going to be having my own picnic at a rib fest. Is that weird? I don't really care. It's kind of like part of it. I don't want to get another spoon, so let me get another spoon. Like some people call for like half a cup, quarter of a cup of tahini. Not me for some reason. I only do like 2 tablespoons, and I find it's probably because I use the like olive oil method, and like the olive oil just seems to extract all the flavors from the garlic and the onion and put it into the chickpeas, and then it helps soften the chickpeas and it makes it so creamy, and like, so I don't need too much tahini, just like 2 tablespoons is like all I need. Thank you. Aw, thank you, Sandra. Hello, anybody else who's popping in? Good to see you. So, just an FYI, I'm putting the lid on this blender and it's going to be loud. So just a heads up, maybe turn it down for a second or put your headphones in or just don't care, but it's going to be loud for a second. I might add a little bit of water, which is sometimes what I do. But like, see? It's already blended. Nope, don't need water today. Sometimes you do. So I personally like, as you see, do like little pulses. And if it ever gets stuck, move it around. Move it around. I'm just gonna blend it one more, but like this is honestly like done. How fast was this, you guys? I've been on here for like not even 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. But you know, it was sitting for 10 to 15 minutes before, but I didn't have to do anything. I could walk around and I was cleaning. Like, hello, it's amazing. One more. Okay. Push you back there for a minute. Take this off. Oh, side comment before I take this out and show you. Do you guys see this over here? No. Olive oil in the way. This is kombucha. I'm going to be talking to you guys about that after. I'm so excited. I made a fresh batch. And it's really funny, this is another side hack. This is apple cider vinegar and a little bit of dish soap. If you ever have fruit flies, which seem to come because there's like sugar in my kombucha, put apple cider vinegar with some dish soap and the fruit flies are attracted to it and they get stuck in there and then they're gone. And so I have none anymore because, you know, I did my trick. Okay, so now I'm gonna pour this hummus into this glass container. And the thing that's amazing is I can take this glass container with me because it has a lid on it. So I'm going to take this with me when we go out and have our picnic. Right? Get all this out. There's still lots at the bottom, but I'll get that after. Okay. Look at that. It makes like a whole thing. That's so cool. I'm going to rinse my hands. Okay. So the last thing that I do, and this is literally, the last thing that I do, and it's literally, is your blender a Ninja? No, but a Ninja is really good, or a Vitamix. This is called a Harley Pasternak. It's powered by Salton. It's really good. I really, really love it. Highly recommend it, actually. Unless you have a Vitamix, and then it's like, hello, but that's a little too expensive for me right now. So this is a little bit of a pinch of paprika. This is, you know, added spices, which I'm always a really big fan of. You get all your added vitamins and minerals, and I'm just going to sprinkle it on. And this is mostly just like aesthetics. It's not even really taste. You don't really taste it at all. But it's pretty good. I love it. And then this is some parsley. This is from my garden. This also just like makes it really pretty. So I'm just gonna like put that over top. And then I take a little bit of like more of like a higher quality olive oil. Like my other one is high quality, it's organic, it's amazing, it's delicious. But this is called like a Paradise Pure. And it's just like a clean olive oil that I kind of just put over top. It's like almost white too. It's like really clear. Just put some drops over top. Swizzle it around. And then you guys, is this our hummus? Look. Look how beautiful that looks, right? So as I mentioned, we're going to, today I'm going to use it for vegetables. So I'm going to cut up my carrots and my cucumbers and my peppers and my mushrooms. And then I have some pita chips as well. Do you ever make roasted red pepper or jalapeno? I say jalapeno, but jalapeno. I have made roasted red pepper once before and it's delicious. Super easy, especially if you have like a barbecue to roast them or put them in an oven and roast them and you just add them to the blender. The one that I do make a lot though, Sandra, is beet hummus. And I'm putting the recipe for this hummus at the bottom and there's one in there for the beet hummus. Amazing. So like I'll roast my beets and then I will add them into the blender or I grate them. and I add that in, and then it makes it nice and pink and red and beautiful and very, very, very tasty. It's actually when I go to the store, and if I'm going to choose a hummus from the store shelf, it's always the beet hummus because it's just like out of this world. And sometimes you can add dill, and it's just like ridiculous. So let me show this one more time because I know my mouth is watering. Like, look at that. Look it. So I'm really excited to chow down. That is for dang sure. And yeah, it is great. I'm super excited. So you guys, if you're watching this after, just say like replay, let me know you're watching this. Thank you for everybody who's watching here today. If there's any other videos or like food things that you want me to make, let me know. That's what helps me know what you guys want, right? So that I can kind of do it. I've been told many times to, to make this video, and my neighbor, I see her right now, that's so funny. Hi, Brittany. My neighbor, I brought this over to their house the other day. She's like, you know, you have to make a video on this, right? I'm like, I know. And so here I am. So I will do the same thing with whatever else you guys want me to do. Oh, that's so funny. What else? I think that's it. Whole and healthy eating, everyone. Have an amazing weekend. Enjoy this weekend. We don't have too many left. And let me know what you're doing this weekend as well. I want to know. It's super exciting. Like I said, we're going to the Rib Fest and eating vegetables. But I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Share this if it inspired you. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.